Dear Twin Flame souls out there, welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening Journey podcast, and today is an episode number 64. In today's episode, I am going to walk you through the telepathy in Twin Flames and how to understand the signs from the universe, such as 1111, 222, 333, and what the universe is trying to tell you. First, I'm going to say that this episode definitely needs a second or third or fourth part because there's a lot to learn and a lot to go in detail. I would say that today is going to be more general, but something you need to pay attention. So it might happen that you need to listen this episode many times and take a pencil and a pen with you to understand how the universe is communicating with you, what are these signs, and how you are communicating with your twin through telepathy, and if that's even possible. Why I'm talking about this is that when I came to this journey, I did not understand what all of a sudden happened with this information that I started to receive. I was receiving more information that I had in a 3D life, and I simply couldn't put my hands on it, and I didn't want to believe it. Because like we know, we like to be logical, so having these channeling messages coming through me, having these signs right in front of me when I'm asking something from the universe, it was a bit scary and at the same time confusing, and I didn't know how to read them well. Today, I'm in a very different place. I still believe that I have a lot to learn, but I'm giving you the information from the beginning that changed for me and that can help you. So come along and just be ready that there's going to be information that definitely do not fit into today's episode, and I promise you I will be making more this type of videos to help you to understand how your twin flame is communicating with you through telepathy and how the universe is communicating with you. And I want to start with you that when you first energetically merge with your twin flame, you come across with your twin flame. That's the moment you're connecting to the source, because you are now one. You're no longer seeking or looking for something. You're one, and you're one with the universe. That's why we feel this electricity. That's why we feel this connection where time and space doesn't exist, where you are so connected that you just don't understand where are you. It's like a different universe, while it's actually you connecting back to your source. And when you merge together energetically, immediately you're in a sense of your twin flame abilities, your source, you, is going to be activated stronger than ever before. So that's like your psychic abilities, for example, will be amplified. That's why all of a sudden you're starting to feel people stronger. You feel the energies, you see the auras, you're seeing that the universe is communicating with you. You have so many coincidences that it'd be easy to say, oh, what a coincidence. But the moment you say, oh, what a coincidence, you're realizing it was not a coincidence. It was meant to be like this. This is the information for me. And I just choose to be blind instead of accepting it. And even for those who never had any psychic abilities, such as feeling energies or connecting to the source or getting the messages without knowing it beforehand, will now start coming. And it's the same for your twin, actually. And when you connect with a higher consciousness. That's why I'm talking about you becoming your higher self. But what happens, why we don't become our higher self fully, is because our mind, our ego, tries to hold us back and saying, this is not true, this is not real, this is what is happening. And we choose the pain. Of course, pain is part of that process. But when we choose our higher consciousness, when we choose to connect with our higher self, there's no pain over there. You feel bliss. That's why many of you who had channeling sessions with me, they often say, I feel so blissful. I understand it so much better. And the same with the channeling meditation that I have out there. And I'm making a half an hour one, putting out on a Patreon, which is stronger and more intense for those who need more time to get in. We have to understand that we are all in a different levels. And it takes time for us sometimes to break this barrier. And when your twin flame telepathy, in a sense, becomes alive, you start hearing each other's thoughts, and you will actually connect with each other. And I know I overhear this over and over again from the other twin flame souls who are sharing their information, that do not think about your twin flame, do not send them any energy, do not connect with them, and so on and so on. I did that. I tried to stop thinking about my twin flame. I tried to avoid everything. I removed everything. What happened to me? I became into an enormous amount of pain that it was almost about to kill me, because I was refusing this energy. I was refusing this information, but my soul needed it. My soul was craving for understanding that you are already connected. Now just accept this energy. And the moment I shifted from there, I shifted the energy, it became like a light. I became one. And that's why you can sense your twin flames' thoughts, feelings, energy moods such as anger, happiness, sadness, loneliness. All of this you can sense if you pay attention. And sometimes, and actually pretty often, those of you who are really going within, you really go within. That's why you can try my Patreon channeling session. If you really go within, you will know something that you never knew before, that you had no idea that is there, but all of a sudden you know about it. And you will know something about your twin flame that he or she never told you, but you know. And that's what makes it scary, because your mind doesn't have any information. Your mind says, oh, you're making this up. This is not real. That's why I really recommend go within, connect with your source, and whatever starts coming from you with words, or you need to write in your journal or in your phone or whatever, write them down. Because there's going to come a day where you're going to be in a 3D with your twin flame, and you will hear this over and over again. Because you share an energetic frequency with your twin flame. And I'm talking of the real twin flame. I'm not talking of something else. You share energetic field with your twin flame. And so it's like, in a sense of like a radio. That's why I always say that when we do the channeling, when I'll do the channeling for you, I am just like the phone in between that delivers you the message, which you already know. But just because you have this mind that tries to convince you that this is not true, this is not real, it tells you that that's not reality. So I'll be just like a phone who can't tell you what is right or wrong, tells you what is the truth. And how our telepathy will improve and how we will get better on this is to cleanse the energy, to open our chakras, to really align with the source. And the only way, or the ways we can do that, is meditation. Meditation, conscious breath work, Reiki. When we are very in our balance, our radio is clear. It's the same. When, we don't put the radio in exact frequency and we are not correct, we can't get the message. And it's the same with ourselves. If your chakras are blocked, if you are holding yourself back, if you are not in a balance, it's very difficult to get an information that is the truth. That's why, again, meditation. I know it's like I'm on like an old radio here who keeps on repeating how meditation helps you. I've been doing meditation last 7 years, daily, constantly. And for me, it's now normal. It's part of my daily life. I know when my husband told me that, you must meditate. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, yeah, I do this automatically now. When I'm, let's say, any kind of moment I have, I check in with myself. And I will release what I need to release. I get the messages I need to get. And from there on, I go on. So it's like a food or a water for me. And I don't really, one other thing is, what I don't really like is to tell to people, oh, you have to do this way, you have to do this way, then the magic happens. My master, who taught me how to come under meditation, told me exactly, whenever you have a moment, close your eyes and go within. You have all the answers, but whenever you have a moment, you're in a train, you're in a plane, you are at home, you are in a passenger seat, close your eyes and go within. And you and your twin flame are actually the entire universe. In that sense, you are the universe. You are the universe. And so you are energetically connected and you can channel the information. You can try this on my Patreon thing and send me a message. I have a couple of emails I received yesterday and I'm very thankful. Actually, I received one and a couple of DMs on Instagram about what they heard and what actually happened inside of them. And others, of course, could, if you hear this episode today, send me your email, how the telepathy works with your twin flame. And so that's why you can't just simply stop thinking about your twin flame. It doesn't work like this. And your twin flame doesn't stop thinking about you either. But I've spoken about the difference in my previous episode. What is the difference in between thinking and thinking? One thinking is the lack, need, want, expectations, which pushes your twin flame away. The other thinking is that you're connecting. You're connecting and you're feeling your twin flame. You are sending the love. You are there together. And, well, because think about it. I'm a mother myself. And I'm just going to say it. When somebody constantly wants something from me, let's say I'm coming back from work, my kids are waiting me, say, Mommy, I want this, I want that, I want this, then I want this, can you give me this? I come to the point, I'm like, enough, I don't want to give you anything. Like, give me a minute to breathe. And it's the same on Twin Flame Journey and when we connect. When you connect from the sense, I want you to call me, I want you to talk to me, I want you to tell me, I need you because otherwise I'm not happy. I want you to do this. You should reach out to me this way. You should do. Your twin also feels like, I don't want to do any of that because you don't trust that I am connected with you. And that's why meditation and channeling is very important. So to keep in mind that you and your twin flame can talk through telepathy. And I'm also going to say to you how now the universe and your twin flame communicate. So I'm just going to bring in these number patterns and explain certain things. But I'm going to say it's not that black and white. The best is that you will start unlocking the code by yourself by paying attention. And I'm going to teach you how. So let's start with the most common one is 1111. We often think that 1111 is the sign of twin flames, and it is in certain ways, but 1111 is a sign of new energy, new portal, new shift, like it's the trust. Trust that something is coming. Trust that you are going to change. You're going to uplift your energy. So, for example, many of us see 1111 before we come to this journey. And later on, we think about it, I was seeing 1111 all the time before coming to this journey, but I couldn't just touch upon what this 1111 was trying to tell me. But, for example, now you are already on this journey, but you still keep seeing 1111. 1111 is a constant reminder when there is a shift and something is about to happen. Whether your twin flame is starting to awaken, whether there is going to be another energetic shift in your life, or you have to do something. So 1111 is like this portal door opens that says, trust, come with me, I'm here to show you. But if you do not pay back attention to this, it will show you more and more and more until you realize, okay, I think I have to do this. And the moment you do that, 1111 will somehow disappear and other numbers will start coming to your way. So 1111 is not exactly that your twin flame is thinking about you or the confirmation that you are on the twin flame journey, unless your current energy number is 1111, which we normally do in my booking consultations, that when you are curious to know if you are really on this twin flame journey, I discover the energy number that you are currently in, that the universe is vibrating on you, and I will ask you to ask for this sign. I just want to say, do not ever start seeking for the numbers. If you start seeking for the numbers and seeking for the signs and you're trying to desperately make sense of everything, then you are not trusting it and it's just all a mess. It's the same, for example, you're learning a foreign language, and I'm just bringing an example because I speak French, so I can just say, let's say in French, I know the word papillon, le papillon. And I would say, oh, that sounds for me like a flower. And I convince myself it's flower. Meanwhile, it's a butterfly. And it's the same with the signs and understanding that when we convince ourselves that this is it and we don't test it, it's just like you never get it. And so it takes time in order to understand. So let's now move to the 222. So what happens when you're seeing a 222 constantly? Again, I'm going to say there are many other meanings as well. So it's not, but I'm today going over the basic ones and just to give you how to communicate with the universe. 222 is normally a sign, or 22 or 2222. It depends on your frequency. It's a sign for you that your soul is in alignment, in a union, together, like it's becoming to alignment, or it is already in alignment, and you are connected to the source. So now when you are connected to the source, you can ask and connect everything you need to know. Often, I've seen from my consultation calls that often many of us already have a 222 energy inside of us, because you have met your twin flame and you have connected to the source. And so you are one. You are already aligned with your soul. So I'm just bringing an example. For example, you saw 1111. And then you said to the 1111, okay, I'm ready for this new shift. I'm ready for this new happening. And then the next thing comes into you is 222. That tells you, for your soul, you're connected, you're here, so you're ready for it. Or 222 can also mean in the sense that your soul is connected to the twin flame of yours. So which means that they are vibrating very well with you. So on that time when you see 222, connecting through telepathy is magical. You can try. If you see today or whenever you're listening and you see that the 222 is bugging you everywhere, try to do my channeling meditation on Patreon. Just try and see what happens. Because you are so connected to the source that the information will just flow through you. Now let's move on to the 333. What happens when you see 333? So the 333 is an energy of love. So often happens that when we receive when we come together with our twin flame, we receive enormous amount of love energy, this divine energy, this divine love that we need to spread and we need to give and we need to share it. 333 is a sign that you have it, a lot of love energy in between you. So if you're wondering, oh, if my twin flame loves me, or if my twin flame felt the same love towards me, and you constantly are seeing 333, then it's the same. Yes, your twin flame loves you. And I just want to say that the fact is that it's very unlikely that your twin flame doesn't love you. Then it's not your twin flame. Like, it's somebody else, maybe a soul contract, maybe a soulmate, maybe a karmic, not the soulmate, I would say, because it's a different love. But if it's your true twin flame, they will always love you because they feel the same love energy. But if you do not love yourself, if you do not trust yourself, if you're not connected to the source of who you are, it's obviously going to keep a distance because it feels, again, this need, want, happiness only from that person. You are your twin flame. This whole separation is actually an illusion. That's why I'm making this video today, to make you to understand that how connected you are. I've received so much information based on when I've said to those of you who had the calls with me. I'm just going to bring in the last night I had a call. She's coming to a retreat as well. And her number was 888. We're going to get to the 888, but her number was 888. And I told her, if you're really on this journey and if he's really part of your soul, you are the same soul, ask for the 888. And I give this meditation, I do the energy activation and all of that. So she lives in the middle of the forest. No one is living there. Nothing is happening. We had a call at the end of last year. And at the beginning of the year, the first car that appeared on her, came to her home in the middle of the forest where not so many people are coming. The first car that comes with a number plate 888. And she looked at this and she was like, how is this possible? How? How is it happening that, how many possibilities we have for a different number plates to have? It could have been maybe, 333 or 455. I don't know. There are so many possibilities. But no, it happened to be 888 because it's a sign from the universe. Yes, you are connected. And I know many of you had calls with me and where I'm telling you the number and I'm saying, now you're going to ask for it. You start seeking for it. And this is something you should never do on this journey, to seek for numbers, to desperately want this to make a twin flame. It actually doesn't matter in that sense if he or she is your twin flame. If you have come across with this divine love and divine connection, and now you have to understand that this love is out there to spread, to connect, to give it to others and lift our conscious awareness. Love energy is the most powerful energy. Love energy is not need, want, and expectations. Love energy is to create, to uplift, to give it to others, to change, to bring this deepness. So, yes, meanwhile, we would like to be our twin flame. And again, I'm going to say, if you choose loving yourself, if you choose to spread love, no anger, no hate, no gossip, no negativity, your twin flame will always return back to your life. Because love attracts love. Love doesn't attract fear. So, if you are wondering and your energy number is 333 and you're wondering if your twin flame is loving you, connecting with you, you will receive the 333. Now the number 444 is an energy of protection, and it's a both-way protection energy in that sense that 444 is showing that you are protecting something. Either your twin is protecting your heart chakra, not to open it fully and be vulnerable, or you are protecting your heart chakra. Or also, another part of this is that universe is protecting you. That sometimes let's say you're going to make a big decision. Let's say you're thinking, I need to change this job. I don't know how, I don't know where to go. And then you see 444. The universe is telling you, you are protected. Don't worry, we have you back. Because your spirit guides and your spirit team is always with you. Just connect with them. Always connect. They are always around you. But we tend to believe that we are alone. We are not. And the loneliness, do you know where the loneliness actually comes from? It's because you're not connecting to your soul. You're trying to look everything outwards. Everything has to make you happy outward. But you're not happy inside and you're not connected to the source. And when we're not connected to our source, our spirit guides have difficulties to communicate with us. But you need to communicate with them. So again, meditation, breath work, connecting is the key of this journey. And I guarantee you, and I promise you, this will work like magic. I want to say a huge thank you for each one of you who have booked a call with me, trusting me that I can help you to get you in balance and show you what I am feeling today and what is the inner peace within inside of me. For some of you, it takes a little longer, and then for some of you, it's faster. It's the same. I would say that if any of you, let's say the workout or becoming fit, if you have done the fitness your whole life, but you have just got off from the road a little bit, it becomes easier for you. But if you have never done this before, it will take time and it will take work. But you can get there. So don't hold yourself back in a loop where you're not trusting yourself, you're not connecting to the source. And I know when we first come to this journey, we don't like sitting in a meditation because our anxiety, fears, insecurities, all our shadow part is coming up. But you can only get rid of your shadow parts when you sit down with them and you talk with them. They will not go away if you are trying to hide from them. They will catch up with you. So the 444 is an energy of protection. Either you're protecting yourself of not getting hurt, or your twin is protecting. That means your heart chakra is very blocked. Why I can talk about it is because it was for me. My heart chakra was so blocked that I think I was so scared of loving. I was so scared of getting hurt. I was so scared of feeling the pain. But now when it's open, I understand this is all part of the journey. This is all part of it. And yes, we're going to have our heart broken, but we're also going to create something that we never created in our life before. So now let's move to the number 555. Number 555 is an energy of change and shift. So when you see 555, it tells you, be ready. Something is going to change in your life. Either your job, either the place you live, either your twin flame might go through some change in their life. So they're letting you know that there is a shift that is happening. And this shift is often more in a 3D version, other than the 1111 is more energetic shift. But 555 is a change that really something is about to change in your life. You lose a job, or you get promoted, or you are going to meet the person who's going to show you something, or you're going to change overall. So when you see the changes coming, you see the 555 constantly coming, you can say to universe, okay, I understand, I'm ready for it. The number 666 tells us that focus. Focus on what is coming, focus on the signs, focus on how the information is coming through. And this is actually something really, really important. I know many of us don't want to believe that this communication through telepathy works, but it does. And when we are on this journey, when we get the number 666, it constantly tells us actually, Focus on what I'm telling you. Focus on what I'm showing you. Focus on a big picture. But then we get these channeled messages, we get these signs, and we are like, no, that can't be real. That can't be real. And the 666 is constantly around. It's like, focus. I'm giving you the information. Focus. Focus now because I am giving you the information. Then 777 is the energy of luck. That means a lot of luck energy is in your life. And when you see a 777, there's a lot of lucky things that are going to happen, but you need to be in a mindset and in an energy of luck. In that sense that when you see 777, you're like, okay, all right, I'm ready to receive this something beautiful. I'm ready to receive this love. I'm ready to connect. I am ready, not instead of, I don't know how to receive. I don't know if it's that okay. And then it says, happens. And you feel like, oh, it's too much for me. I don't know how to deal with that. No, you're ready for it. This is who you are. And also, often when we see 777 and both 888, often happens that we hear our twin flame, or there is going to be a big shift in your relationship, such as either you come together or something really lucky happens to both of you, that you're going to run into each other or you're going to meet each other. It's a lot of this energy of be ready, wish now, make a wish and let it happen. And it's the same with 888, that 888 is an energy of manifestation, infinity, that everything you're going to think on that moment, you see 888 is going to come real. So be very careful when you see it, because when you are in a stage where you see 888 and you're in a stage of, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have that, then you send a message out to the universe that you don't have any of these things, which means you will lose even what you have right now. So be very, very careful, because if you think you see 888 and you think about it, oh, my twin flame doesn't love me, my twin flame doesn't care about me, my twin flame is not connected with me, we are not ever going to be together. You're going to manifest this into each other. So be very careful. And then 999 is the energy of releasing. I had a very funny situation. It was in one day. And that's why I say when the signs starts to come to you, they come on this day. And I bring you 4 examples, which happened, I think, in 48 hours. I had to log into my Facebook, but my Facebook, I don't know, the browser was doing the update or whatever, that asked the security code. Asked the security code to send on my email. It was 99377 or something like this. Then I had to log into the next place, which was connected in a sense of for me to do something. And it asks again, I will send you a security code on your email, And that happened. So what are the possibilities? Different platforms, different situation. And it was 999001. I was like, okay. Went into my car. I see the mileage of the car is 19,999. I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand, because right before that, I knew that my twin flame was going through a lot of anger, a lot of disappointment, a lot of anger, a bit of a disappointment towards life. And I'm going to say that when we don't let go of this idea, that somehow, that's why sometimes I feel sad for my twin flame, because I'm like, just connect with the source. Just let go of these old beliefs. Just let go of it. Our lives are never going to be the same since we met. But it's difficult, and I understand. I was struggling with this as well. Of course, today I've done so much work that it seems so easy, but it was not easy to get to where I am today. But anyways. And then I was taking my children back from the martial arts, and their friend came with us. And they had Pokemon cards in their hands, and the friend is asking, what is the number of 999? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I get it. I get it. I have to help my twin to release that anger. So number 999 is energy of release. You have to release something. So either you're energetically going to release. It's very somehow difficult and exhausting to do this for others, because at the end of the day, only ourselves can release things. But we can energetically uplift that. We can energetically guide them, that they have no more power to resist towards it. But obviously, I cannot do the work because they need to experience this. And so I went into the meditation, I was connecting, and I was like, all right, I'm going to help you to release this anger, because the world is not working against you. You are working against the world. So connect. And I was doing all of this. And guess what? From there on, after the meditation and the purification, I no longer see 999. So I hope in that sense, it gives you now a bit of an understanding why do you see these numbers the way you do. But now let's talk about when you're seeing, let's say, the number of the twin flame, let's say their birthday. Let's say their birthday is 13th, and you keep on seeing the 13 wherever you go, everywhere it is. That's often also a sign that your twin flame soul is telling you, I'm here, I'm thinking about you, I'm connected. And I like one of an exercise what you can do is, for example, if you're thinking today that I wonder if my twin flame is thinking about you, but it has to come really like, I wonder if he's thinking about me. And I say, if you're thinking about me, show me, let's say, the birthday, 15 or 13. And then wherever you're going to go and you're going to see this, you're realizing, okay, he is thinking about me. He is connected with me. So you can try this over and over again. Then the next thing is, what happens if, let's say, the number, what you keep on seeing is, let's say, 313 or 414 or 424. So here is something you really need to pay attention, and this is something you need to write down and constantly. I would translate 313 is that the love energy portal is open. And so now it's your job to accept the love, connect with the love, and allow the love to come to you. Now again, how I would do it would be, let's say I see 313, and I'm realizing it's trying to tell me, wherever I go, 313 is coming. And then I would do like this. I would say, all right, universe, do you want me to connect with my love energy, with my heart, and send, let's say, love messages, energy to my twin, or overall to others as well? But let's make it more simple, because if I put too many things, it's difficult to get answer. Say I'm getting 313, and my heart tells me it's love energy. New love energy is coming, be ready for it. So I would say to the universe, I see that new love energy is coming, I'm ready for it. If it is, then it's great. If it stops on that moment, this message, I no longer see 313, that means that's what universe was trying to tell me. So now, for example, I see it is 313 and I'm sending, oh, should I reach out to my twin flame and tell that I love my twin flame? But then again, 313 comes back. Then again, 313 comes back. Then again, 313 comes back. That means I didn't understand what it was trying to tell me. It is just the best is that you will write these things down and you have more data of it, because there's only one slight difference, is that sometimes it comes a second time as a confirmation. But if it comes more than a confirmation, like in a sense of confirmation, then you're getting it wrong. You're not understanding it. Or you don't pay attention what it's trying to tell you, that you don't talk back to this sign. Which means that, for example, if I have said to you that you're coming to this journey and you see, I say to you, let's say 888 is your energy number at this moment, and you receive the 888 after our meditation and after our process, but you don't say back to this 888 that, okay, I get it, I am on this twin flame journey, I understand, then the 888 will constantly pop up for you, because the universe is like, do you get it? Do you understand? Or you still have a doubt? But also, because the moment we talk back, there's two things exactly. Either we get the confirmation that the number changes a little bit or something comes to our life, or it reminds you that, no, that's not exactly. Try again. That's why writing these things down is very helpful, and you can read the code extremely well. And you can call me crazy here, and absolutely fine. I've done this to so many of you. I have done it to myself, reading the codes that the universe is trying to tell me, and it all has become real. It all has become a reality. So these numbers from the universe, especially, I know that I'm very connected to the source right now. So for me, it's like if I ask a question, if I ask something, I will get the sign. And it's not only with numbers. So now you can get also through animals, through the names, that the name is popping up to you constantly over and over and over again. Or you have something really common within each other that is telling you, especially when your twin flame is thinking about you, you often receive something very similar that united you. Can be, let's say, seeing a horse, or seeing a fox, or butterflies. Can be also that, for example, someone repeats the name when, like, it's very funny that my twin's name is one of the most common names in the world. And guess how many times I have somehow heard it? Basically, not at all. Except when he's going through the resistance of our energy, where he's going, because obviously he's going through the time that I don't want to talk to her, I don't want to think about her, I don't want to know her, because of our life situation. And when that happens, it's like everywhere I go, the name pops up, like everywhere. Or my clients, something is there, and I'm like, of course, because I need to assure him that it's all okay. He's going to have an amazing life. And if he accepts that we are just energetically connected, everything will shift and change. But I understand it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But the time comes when things are ready. I had such an interesting call another day with a woman. I'm going to ask her permission if I can share her story, because her twin flame was married to her friend, but knew it the whole time that she is her twin flame. And now she came to this journey, and they had a conversation. And she said, do you know about twin flames? And he said, yeah, because you are mine. And it has been over the many years. It was so interesting. But I'm going to ask her permission if I can share it. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want to hear about how did that happen, because it was an incredible story. That's why I say that this journey is somehow by ourselves. And we have to share the love. We have to give it the love. I am so happy that I can do this today in a way I can do it today. But it didn't come easily for me. So do not somehow think of your journey as mine, because it really took me some time to get here. But I promise you, you get there as well. And you will have love. You will have so much love that you actually never haven't had love. And whatever way it's going to form, if you are in 3D or in 5D and you have somebody else, this all will disappear. What means is this love energy. And this is what I'm trying to give it to you. And why now telepathy and this channeling and understanding the numbers is important is because when you connect with your soul and the source, this pain that you are not together, this understanding of the 3D fears and insecurities will disappear. And that's where the magic will happen. That's where you feel alive. So do not take this that I only want my twin flame, then I'll be happy. Try this. try what I'm telling you today. You have nothing to lose. You have absolutely nothing to lose. And then you will see. Because that's where the magic happens. And I want to read you a story that was sent to me by our beautiful listener, beautiful twin flame. I had a chance to talk to her, and unfortunately she's on the other side of the world in Australia, which means I know that it's difficult to join our group sessions. I really hope if we have more demand, if you are in Australia or in Asia and you see that our group sessions do not align with the time zone you have, then I can start making after my retreat, because I'm very, very busy with the retreat at this moment. As you can tell, I don't reply emails very well. It's just the day runs out. I have to organize with the teachers that are coming, and the people who are there. And so the time goes so quickly, and I value my sleep a lot, but currently I haven't got a lot of sleep. But I know this is all for the fact that you will unite with your higher self on 7th, 8th, and 9th, and 10th of March this year. And that's going to change your life. And I am very excited about that. So I'm going to read what the telepathy means and how it works, and so that you will have an understanding. Hi, apologize. I haven't been able to attend the group calls. The time is in the middle of the night for me. I was listening to your podcast and I want to share my story around telepathy. Again, we're going to make more of these episodes because I have to go even dive deeper of these numbers and examples. This was really general, but I will really teach you how to communicate, how to go step by step. So I just wanted to give you an overview that you will start today. And those of you who have a story, send me twinflameawakeningjourney@gmail.com, and I will read it to the next episode, because we are here to show that you are not alone and these things are happening. So I will read now. First, I would like to share an update on my journey. You were right. My twin and I reunited on 10th of December, and you had mentioned December in our last call. Every time we met, we created so much energy, and then would be spend a couple of weeks in healing crisis. We had an amazing time. The connection was way, way, way stronger than ever the bubble phase was. However, I started feeling like running. Something I have also mentioned over and over and over again. Twin flame connection is very intense, and it's not only one chaser and one runner. You shift the time. You shift these roles. I can now say that I actually have been both. I thought always I was the chaser and I wanted my twin flame so badly back in my life. But I have actually been both now. And I understand in both ways, because when the energy gets, and it's not because I'm running because I don't love. This is such a mind, your mind is lying to you that you run because you don't love. No, because you need space and you need to adjust what is happening with you. And if you start today connecting with your source and your soul, I'll tell you, you will know that your twin flame will always loving you and you're always connected. The energies were too overwhelming, but I stayed strong. Then on the 20th of December, we are going out on a date, and he planned it all. However, on the 18th of December night, I remember thinking about experimental show he had mentioned to me in October. I was thinking I wish we could go for that, and if it's still on. Next morning, he messaged me that, "Hey, that show I was telling you about back in October, it is the last weekend and it's on. Do you want to go for that? I haven't been to it because I wanted to go with you." I was just blown away how we telepathically communicated. And here I'm going to say exactly. When you get these weird messages, you sense like, oh, I wonder what is this happening. I wonder if he's still going there. Happens to say the same thing with that. All of a sudden, this energy, the feeling, the thought that comes to your head, it doesn't come from out of the blue. There is a connection. That's why again and again and again, me as a broken radio over here, I repeat that. Write things down that come like through channeling with you. When you do this, whatever comes, write it down. I can tell you that your twin, and I'm talking of a true twin flame. I'm not talking of wishful thinking. I'm not talking about I want this to be this way, because these energies are very, very different. Channeling energy comes very naturally, that you don't even try to force yourself. It just comes. It's just there. Will it sound weird and scary? Of course, because you don't know where it comes from, but you have that information. So I continue. We had an amazing day. I never thought I could ever feel this happy ever. I have never experienced happiness, connection, joy, and peace to this degree before, even with us. However, I also knew we have completed a cycle and it was a time for another separation. And this time I have to let him go. It came from a place of love, peace, and calm. When we ended the evening, I told him that he doesn't have to contact me if he doesn't want to. And the words, they just came out. He was shell-shocked and ran up to me and said that he was shell-shocked and ran up to me and said that he knows he doesn't have to, but he will. Next day, we both overreacted over some stupid thing. The next day, on the 22nd, I knew I had to walk away, and I told him that we are not flowing well right now, and maybe a short break will benefit. I told him that I hope he takes his time to do the work as I will, and I will hope it's not forever. Also, that I always love him. He agreed to it and said that yes, he hasn't done the work, and that's not fair to me. Sometimes it's a good call. I felt a sense of peace and calm after this, which I wasn't expecting. I've been feeling very balanced, but I'm beginning to second guess myself so far. There hasn't been any change in him. We had chat twice this last week since separation, and I don't see any change. I was hoping he'll finally surrender to the connection, to his awakening, but he's still the same. Exactly what I'm talking about it. Many of you, I know I get a lot of comments, and again, I try to reply for them as soon as I can, about I'll be only happy when I'm with my twin flame. I'll be together when we are together. I know I'll be happy. No. When you are not energetically at the same place, it will be very difficult to navigate. Will you always love each other? Absolutely. Absolutely, you will always love each other. But you, as your energy is now very important to you, and when, for example, your twin hasn't come through the portal yet, hasn't awakened fully, or understanding that there is this profound connection, you just feel a bit of exhausted of being over there. So you kind of hold a distance. It's just like, okay, I give you your time. I give you a place. I am here. I'm always here with you. And that peace and balance comes exactly within the work. When we are in a sense of lack, feeling that, oh, I need this person, I want this person, and I'm not here to say that this is a wrong thing. I have been on this place. I know exactly when I was on this that I could not think of anything else, that I want to be with this person, I need this person. I felt so happy, I felt so alive, I never felt anything as strong. But it didn't get me where I am today. The moment I let go and The simple thing was that I'm connected to the source. I started trusting of everything that the source was telling me. I even had to move away from the country me and my twin were living in, because I had to follow what is good for my soul in order to learn, in order to grow. Understand, your soul needs certain energies. If your soul tells you, you need to read this book, if your soul tells you, you need to go and exercise over there, you need to start this, if your soul tells you, you need to paint, because everything is energy. And only way for us to become a higher self is to feed with an energy that your soul needs in order to connect with the source. So, I hope it gave you an overview that you are always connected. I have to go more in detail. It was very on a surface level. I have been working on the idea how to daily give you an overall how to make you to understand that you're not crazy, even though everything on this journey looks crazy and is out of this world. I believe that in about 10 years, things that I'm saying today are not crazy at all. But we have the time to go there. Like it was, I think on my last episode I mentioned about Eckhart Tolle's example of how the galaxy revolves around how every galaxy revolves around the black hole, and that would have been debatable. Then the science moved forward and turned out, no, it's not so debatable anymore. And that's why I also say that things that you're experiencing, messages that are coming through you, it's not something crazy. Pay attention to it, have a journal, write this down, or on your phone, connect, and connect. You have all the answers within yourself. Of course, when you are not in a balance, when your energies are not in balance, it is more difficult. That's why, again, if you need any help, you can book a session with me. All the links are in the description. If you have any problems, because I know that there is often a problem with the payment issue for the currency, please get in touch with me and I will do this manually and we'll find a way. I will deal with all of that after the retreat, because right now all my energy goes into the retreat. And so then you just email me quickly and I will book you in. Our retreat in that sense is filled up, I think, by today, although I keep 2 extra places for anyone who wakes up at one point and feels like, my soul tells me I have to go there now, and I have a finance and I have a possibility to do so, because we have extra beds available in the villa that I booked. So I keep just 2 places in case somebody wakes up today. I somehow wish and hope there will be more men, because so far we have only 1 man. I know for men to think about coming to the retreat and all of this is a bit like feminine thing to do, but I promise you it will be very different than you ever experienced, and it will give you a peace of mind. It's just how I say, I keep 2 places. Whoever is hearing it today and feels like I'd like to come, then you're more than welcome to join us. I know that there were some others who were interested but didn't confirm through the payment. You still have a chance. So that's what I'm just putting out there. And next thing is that we will meet up again on this 4th of February. We'll meet up on a Patreon call group session, which happens at 12 o'clock New York time and 6 o'clock Paris time, and it will last about 2 hours. You can come and ask questions. You can share your experience. We will talk about the new phenomenon of the twin flames. We were supposed to talk about it last time, but I know many of you definitely have questions based on the new theory that is out there, and I just want to hear your opinion. I want to understand how it resonates with you, as our soul knows the truth. And obviously to keep an open mind, because this journey, we keep on learning, we keep on growing, we understand. And yeah, that's it. If you feel like this resonated with you, was helpful for you, then like, subscribe, and comment, of course. If you have any questions, the same way, always email or send me the story of your communication through telepathy with the Twin Flame, twinflameawakeningjourney@gmail.com. I will be making more of these videos because I have to go in depth of this, and so it will all come. And then one final thing is that you are amazing. You are absolutely amazing of being here today and connecting with my energy, and thank you for being here. I send you lots of love, lots of light, and see you soon.